If you could peel back the layers of who I am, somewhere near the foundation, you'd find something pretty simple. I love food. Not just eating it, like the whole process. I love making the grocery list. I love walking through the store to get the items, cooking the meal, cleaning the kitchen afterwards, trying new recipes, recreating old ones. Honestly, if I could eat whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted, I'd probably be like 400 pounds. And that's not an exaggeration. Food and I have always had a very healthy emotional relationship. Recently, there was one food that pulled at my heartstrings. It's pumpkin chocolate chip muffins. Not blueberry, not bran, not banana nut, pumpkin with chocolate chips. Preferably the mini ones. Because everyone knows 3 mini muffins somehow feel healthier than one giant muffin. Don't ruin the illusion for me. When I was growing up, my family made huge batches of these muffins. I'm talking about one of those giant mixing bowls that looks like it could feed an army. The whole kitchen would smell like pumpkin and cinnamon and chocolate. We'd bake tray after tray after tray. Even now, decades later, all it takes is one bite, and I'm a kid all over again. That's the amazing thing about food. It doesn't just feed your body, it creates memories that you carry with you. A few months ago, a couple from my church found out that pumpkin chocolate chip muffins were one of my favorites. Without asking me, they decided to bake me a batch. I was leaving the next morning to visit my parents, so they brought them over that night. I opened the bag and instantly smiled. Not because they were muffins, but because it reminded me of home, of childhood and family, of Saturday mornings in the kitchens, of conversations around the dinner table, all from one simple act of kindness. I think we've forgotten what food is supposed to do. Yes, food nourishes us, but meals bring us together. Some of my favorite childhood memories, they're not about what we ate necessarily. They're about who was sitting around the table. I learned at a very young age how to set the table, which side the fork goes on, how to fold a napkin, and how to wait until everyone was served before eating. How to have a conversation that lasted longer than the meal itself. I learned that dinner wasn't just about filling your stomach, it was about filling your relationships. Food has an incredible ability to lower people's defenses. Bring someone cookies, invite someone over for dinner, bake someone's favorite dessert from childhood. It's amazing how quickly strangers become friends. How quickly difficult conversations become so much easier. How quickly walls begin to come down. There aren't many things left in our world that naturally slow us down, but a good meal still can. Unfortunately, we've gotten really good at making food efficient. We have drive-throughs, microwaves, we eat in our cars, we scroll while we eat, we stand over the kitchen sink because we're too busy. We've made eating faster, but somehow we've made meals smaller. Not in calories necessarily, but in connection. One thing I've noticed is that when I eat something I truly love, I naturally slow down. I don't inhale it, I don't rush through it, I savor it. Every bite, every smell, every memory attached to it. Because the best meals aren't just consumed, they're experienced. And most of the time, they're shared. I wonder if that's the lesson. Maybe slowing down isn't really about the food. Maybe the food simply gives us permission to slow down long enough to notice the people sitting across from us, to laugh and tell stories, to ask better questions, to remember where we came from, to create memories someone else will someday remember when they smell pumpkin and chocolate baking in the oven. So the next time you have a meal you genuinely love, don't rush it. Put the phone away, invite someone to the table, share the recipe, and tell the story behind it. Because years from now, odds are you won't remember everything you ate, but you'll remember exactly who you shared it with. And sometimes, a simple pumpkin chocolate chip muffin becomes so much more than dessert. It becomes a memory you'll carry for the rest of your life.